Today, we are going to make some grass. No, I'm not in Colorado, so it's not going to be that kind of grass. It's our techniques that are so simple and sensible, your modelers have practically built themselves.
Hello folks, it's Mad Dog Merv. Welcome to today's show. Today is part 2 of, and me finishing up pretty much, the USS Missouri in 1/350th scale. We had part 1 about a month or so ago. And in part 1, I laid out kind of the color scheme I was going to go with and started to put together some of the hull, some of the upper works, and ran into the photo-etch. And my intention was, because this kit it's old and it's kind of a dog in a lot of ways, there's certain areas that you need to have photo-etch for. And I was starting to put all of that on, and it was just slowing me down so much I just couldn't take it anymore. I said, enough is enough. I've got other things I want to work on. And I abandoned the photo etch part. So today, you're going to see how this thing turned out without much photo etch on it. It's what, if you want a nice looking ship, a nice looking build, it turns out great, but it's not as detailed as it could be. So stick with Mad Dog Merv as we look at how we finished up our USS Missouri in 1/350th scale.
So here's what I'm trying to build it as. Measure 22, September 1945, the signing of the end of the war with Japan. This is the look I'm after, but without photo etch. So let's see how this turns out. Well, first of all, the deck comes in 3 different parts, and as I'm trying to put them together and line them up, there's gaps. So I pushed it kind of to one side and wound up with one big gap in the front here. And that was easy to fill. A couple of strips of some strip styrene, some sprue goo. Didn't even have to use any other filler. Just cut it down and it worked marvelously. So I was really happy with this.
You'll see for the stand, I went ahead and did I've been doing this a lot, kind of a gunmetal look, dry brushed with some gold. And then I took this right off of the box. I am going to put the battle stars and whatnot, all the decorations that the ship received. I will put those on here eventually. Well, this thing is huge. So let's look at what we did with the hull here. Here's how that effect turned out on the hull. That I like to spray it that reddish brown primer, the 2X primer, and then I'll take a sponge of some sort and some acrylic paints and just add some different brownish reds to it, and maybe a little bit of green to get that. And you'll see here where I've put a little bit of rust streaks where I hope was appropriate on the ship. So, starting here with the bow, you can see the anchor chains. Again, I'm not sure where I got these from. I've got so many around here, but I cut off the kit chains and put these on. And you can see here is one of the stairs that I did keep. Again, this thing was just slowing me down, putting all this photo etch on. Here's another set of stairs back here. But as I started to put all of these railings through this area, you'll notice they're pretty much gone now. And the reason being is they didn't hold. They didn't stick. As I would move this around and try and work on it, they'd fall off, and I said, to heck with it, I'm done. No more on the photo etch. So this is how it's going to be. Now what I did, the decal, which is really neat for the scoreboard, I did put that on here. And I did put the American flag that's there. The signing of the armistice in September 2nd, the end of World War II, right here on the foredeck. I wanted this to appear as it would have about that time, and that flag was there at that time. And again, our measure 22 paint scheme turned out pretty good, I think. I did give a wash to some of these, like the rafts and some of the ladders that are here. This is in 1945 configuration. This area of the bridge up here, a little different between 44 and 45, but this is the 45 configuration. By the way, you'll notice there is, oh, there was, oh, there it is, right up there. There's the bell, the ship's bell. There is a bell on here. There's also one on the aft end. The flag that I wanted to use disintegrated. The decals with this kit, I really hate to say it's not that old of a kit, but old enough that the decals were crap. I tried to save them the best I could, and, well, yeah, every one of them had a little bit of an issue, so unfortunately. But I did use some Larry's bath water to wash certain areas, to try and enhance them a little bit more, to have some of the portholes come out. Now, with this kit, these areas right here come in the photo-etch kit. And I did put these on. These are important. Without them, it was just a blank piece of plastic, and that just didn't even look right. So, if you are smart and buy the either Very Fire kit or Hobby Boss kit, those kits are updated, and definitely spend the money on them. This old Tamiya kit, like I said, it's pretty much a dog. You just build it, and yeah, you just build it. So, I didn't use a photo-etch radar set yet. This is just the kit radar set. I think there's a couple more radars I do need to put on this. I'm trying to focus here. Okay. You'll see how these are the 20 millimeters that come in the kit, and I think they look okay. They actually do. They look okay for this. The quad 40s are okay, I feel. The main battery, well, no. You need to get some turned barrels for it. The float planes turn out okay, but again, the decals have got some issues. And looking at this side, again, that using Larry's bath water as a wash does tend to, bring those details out just a little bit more, I think. I do still need to rig it, obviously. The only rigging I did was for the flag, and that horrible flag. I need to get me a good flag. And eventually I will probably see, here's some of the one railing that remained. All the rest of them around here popped off, and I was just so angry. I'm like, nah, to heck with it. I'm going to do it without. So eventually, someday, maybe I'll come back and get the photo-etch on. We'll see. The scoreboard on this side turned out good. And the rest of it. So, yeah, you can kind of see that it's not bad. It's displayable. Definitely displayable. That's why I have this. This is the back side of it. It sits down on the shelf. We'll show you a picture of how it sits there in the office. Looks good with all of the other ships. It's just not super detailed like a lot of guys like to do. But it's a good representation of the USS Missouri as she appeared in 1945. So you can see in the background there, I have been working on the Guam, and then there's parts and pieces of the Salt Lake City, or I should say the Pensacola, laying around here. So I am busy, very busy building ships currently. So there you go.
And here we are on display in the office without the photo etch. From a distance, it looks fine. Up close, a lot of the video really shows all of the bad parts, if you will. I am going to have to clean up the deck a little bit because there's a little bit of overspray. Going to have to use some more Larry's bath water in a few areas. But all in all, for now, it's displayable, looks good. We'll come back at some point and do the photo etch. So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you again soon with another ship build.